everybody, welcome to Grow Your Garden. Coming up to celebrate this July 4th, since it's a big special holiday, we're going to show you how to make your own sangria.
Our home and garden expert, Chris H. Olsen, says he has the ultimate recipe, and I'm excited to hear it because this fresh fruit looks incredible.
Yeah, and this is so refreshing. So while you got, there's a few ingredients. Of course, you're going to have sangria, it's wine, so I'm using white wine. I'm using a berry vodka. This is called simple syrup, which is basically sugar and water. I always keep it pre-made in my refrigerator, so it's ready to go. And then triple sec.
Okay.
Okay. And then
quite a variety there.
Quite a variety. Well, it adds the sweetness to it and a little citrus flavor to it as well. So what I use, we're also going to use strawberries, blueberries, and pineapple, and you can use lemon or lime, just whichever your preference is. So you're going to take a clear vase because we want to see this.
Yes.
And we're going to fill it up first with our fruit. So I already sliced the strawberries, and then you can slice them smaller than this if you want, but sometimes they start to fall apart. So I like them as a bigger chunk. And then we're going to add some of our blueberries, and of course this is given our theme color.
Yeah, I was like, it's giving that perfect 4th of July color right there.
Absolutely, and it also gets the flavor. And then I took a pineapple and I started slicing it into chunks. And then what you do is you take your cookie cutter.
Okay.
And,
nice.
and we're going to do a start. And you just simply press down like this, go through. And boom.
And you've got to tell everybody that you cut that with your own hands.
You did it yourself.
Perfect.
And look how cute that is.
That is cute.
And now the pineapple is important. You can use star fruit. There is a star fruit, but pineapple gives it the flavor, but it gives it the look. Then we're going to go ahead and add in white wine. Usually the smaller size bottle, you usually use 2.
Okay.
So this is 1 big bottle, which is about equivalent to both.
And I see you've got a Moscato. I know that's a little bit sweeter, so it might be really good for this mix.
Yes, yeah. You can. I'm a Chardonnay drinker, to be honest with you, but yes, you want it sweet, and that's what I like. So we're going to add a cup of triple sec. Okay. Now I kind of know how to make this. So because
and is that a flavored triple sec?
Yeah, this is orange.
Orange, okay.
So that adds a little flavor. Of course, then a half a cup of our simple syrup, again, which is sugar and water. So that makes it a little bit sweeter.
Yum.
And then we have our berry vodka, your preference.
Okay.
And a half a cup of that. You don't want to be careful.
You don't want everybody at your party
I might do a cup.
A little rowdy there.
Okay. And then we just finish filling it up with the rest of our wine. And now once you do that, you can pre-mix it a little bit. And then go ahead and put it in your refrigerator and let it chill for a couple hours so it's nice and cold. Right. And then of course don't forget your lemon and lime. About a half a cup is what I do, or I do 2 fresh squeezed limes or lemons in it.
Yeah, that'll definitely give it a lot of flavor.
Well, that does. That takes a little bit of the being too sweet out of it.
Okay.
And once you do that, boom, you are done and you are ready for a party.
All right, it's going to be a great 4th of July. Hopefully some people can make this fun little festive drink for some of their guests tonight. We appreciate you so much, Chris.
My pleasure.
Coming up after the break, we're going to show you how you don't have to stress out for this holiday season. Why? Because we're going to show you the perfect July 4th tablescape. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, welcome back to Grow Your Garden. We're going to show you how you make that perfect tablescape for this July 4th.
You may be throwing a big shindig to celebrate the July 4th holiday. So Chris has a little DIY for
Yeah,
us.
this is a little craft project. You know, if you want to wow your guests, if you want to do a really cool table arrangement, or if you just want to bring a gift to a party you're going.
Be a good one.
Then you could do a smaller size watermelon because we're going to make this out of that.
This is
a living floral arrangement. And here's what I thought about. Watermelons, they're basically water.
Right.
And since they have the flesh inside, if we just drill holes, we could use that flesh inside like oasis.
Yeah.
Because there's water, and that's all you have to do.
And I asked him, I was like, how long does this last? And you said you made that 2 days ago.
I made that 2 days ago. Now, it's been in the sun now for over an hour. It still looks great.
It looks great.
So it will last a couple days, so you don't have to do the day of.
Right.
Which is great. And you can go to the florist and get your cut flowers and from the garden. I got these from the Weather Garden as well. And here's what I like to do. Well, before we start it, when you pick your flowers, you don't have to make everything red, white, and blue.
Right.
So I like mixing a little bit of color, summer flowers, and then adding the flags. So you get your watermelon. You take off your stickers. I took off my stickers, and I put it on a tray or a plate, something that doesn't roll, because it can roll. And then you get your drill, and just any drill bit, not too big because you want the flowers, but the flesh will hold the flowers up. Now, sometimes you can start on the side and just do a little part of the watermelon to leave it exposed, or you can do it on the top. So what do you all prefer?
What'd you do over here? The top? How about?
I did the top. So you want to do some of them on the side. This is all you have, and I separate them about 2 inches apart.
It's
Are you afraid of me?
No.
Oh, it squirts.
Yeah,
Which
it
is why I have it on a towel. So this is a good project
It
to
smells
go.
good.
Yes. And
Watermelon's flying everywhere.
you just go around like this. You want one a little bit lower. And
Okay.
okay, so
Easy peasy.
So start off with that. Don't go wild.
I know, I was
We
gonna say,
want to see the watermelon. You can wipe it off. All right, so now we got to pick our flowers, everyone.
Okay.
Now,
Oh, it
I
smells
usually
good.
will do the biggest flowers on the top.
Okay.
So, and we only need about 6
much.
inches of a stem. Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead and
And
stick
just
that in
pick one
there.
All right.
And just
You
push
did
it
so
down.
good.
See how easy
Good
it is?
job,
Tracy
Yeah,
Bean.
push it- Okay, then we're going to do probably another one.
Okay.
And this is the PG hydrangea from the garden. And then maybe a little bit of yellow rose because yellow is the color also of summertime.
Right.
And
It already
Ooh.
smells like summertime.
doesn't
Smells
it?
like
I just smell so
the
good.
watermelon.
I found an orange. I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
you got
pretty.
the zinnia.
Yeah.
Cut that one.
Okay, and I could put it like down here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Slide it in
Slide
there.
in there.
And then if you have to cut the stem a little bit more.
Okay.
I don't like my stems really big on here. I like it close to
Yeah.
the watermelon.
Yeah.
And you go like this and you just keep going round and round and round.
This is fun.
I like adding a little bit of white flowers too because white really kind of brings out. Now,
Yeah.
as I'm creating, I might think, I need one right here. So
Yeah.
you do that. And you just keep on going with your color. Then add a couple flags in the holes as well. And you come out with this beautiful display. Now, look at this. If you walked up to a party, I'm telling you, major brownie
super
points.
cute.
I love that.
Super
How do you think
cute.
of this stuff?
Tracy, you need to come over to my house so I'll have an excuse to make one of these
Okay,
and show it to
let's
somebody.
go.
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'll bring
That
my.
is so
Do I need to bring
cute.
my drill?
Yes,
Okay,
you bring
I'll
the
bring my
drill.
drill.
I
I was
love
going to
the
make it
drill.
before you come
Oh,
over.
love it.
Yeah.
Drill and a glue gun.
Oh, that's
Right.
awesome. And
Anything
it's
with.
so
You can.
simple.
Real simple.
And it's beautiful.
Inexpensive.
Yeah.
Very festive, not just July 4th, but this also becomes a great summer arrangement if you're doing a little picnic or a party or something like that. Mix it with a couple like white clanchos in a bicentennial pot and you got it done.
There you go.
Goodness.
Can you just pick these right out of the weather garden? I love
That's
that.
right.
Yeah.
We
okay.
do that too.
Sure, yeah. No, only he can do that. He plants them, he can pick them, I guess. Well, thank you so much, Chris. And go to Plantopia Botanica Gardens if you want to look at some of the great plants. And he has everything. Gift ideas, it's great.
Now that was a great project, but here's a really wonderful, easy project that you can do even with your kids to make your own tablescape look wonderful for this July 4th with the use of candles, napkins, and Mod Podge.
We're out here in the Weather Garden with Chris H. Olsen, and July 4th is just around the corner, and we get to make some more decorations. We talked a little bit more about the watermelon and the flowers, which was so easy, by the way, but we got to complete the tablescape, right?
Yep.
So
yep.
what are we going to make?
So we did this last week, so you can go online and see that. So now we're going to accessorize this with some decorative candles.
So easy, too.
And these are real easy. I just went to the craft store and got glass candles. I like the glass because when we Mod Podge it, it stays on real well.
Right.
And you can also do a vase if you want.
Okay.
So you can create your own little floral arrangement.
Yep.
So that was just clear glass like this. So the first thing you do when you get your candle or any type of glass thing, of course, you want to remove all stickers.
Right.
And then I already cleaned this with Windex. You
Okay.
make sure it's nice and clean. And then you're going to need something to put your Mod Podge glue in, which
Right.
of course is white. And you did this last week, used this product. And it does, dry clear.
Right.
And I just use an old leftover dinner plate.
Yep.
So we're going to pour that on like that. This is the easiest way to apply it. A sponge brushes really well.
Easy, easy. Okay.
And then we're going to glue on napkins.
Okay.
So what I did is I cut the napkins in pieces, but here's an important thing to remember. So napkins have 2 layers.
And you need one
You do
layer.
not want
One
this
layer.
layer,
Right.
okay? You otherwise it peels off.
Right, okay.
And then you just cut it up in pieces. So I'm going to have you start creating this one.
Okay.
So you show them how it's done. You're going to,
All right.
of course, what I usually do is I will do the glass first if you want. So I'll do that part and you
Okay.
do that part. Okay,
Okay.
so this is a team effort. So you coat it on and, always have a paper towel close by. Now remember, you don't have to do the whole thing at once. We do section by section.
Right.
And we coat it on real good, and there you go.
Okay.
And then you already know how to do this.
Yes,
'cause you are a crafter yourself.
I love some Mod Podge.
And here's the cool thing about it. We're using, of course, Patriotic napkins. And you can do anything you want. So if you're having a wedding, a bridal shower, just find the napkin you want and you can Mod Podge it on.
Easter or
I
whatever
Mod Podge
holiday.
everything.
I know, I love Mod Podge.
I did a mirror in my bathroom. The frame, I Mod Podged this cool butterfly napkins, and it looks so cool. You think I spent a ton of money on it? I bought it at Hobby Lobby for cheap, and then one thing of napkins and one thing of Mod Podge, and we were done.
Yeah, and I'm taking it too and putting the ends down.
Yep. So you're gonna once you put it on, you're gonna cover the whole thing with the glue as well. I know it doesn't look right, but
It'll all dry.
It'll all dry.
Yep.
And then you don't have to do exactly straight in a row.
Nope.
You can mix and match like I did to how you want it.
Yeah, keep it all
and
like.
you let it dry, and it dries really within just a couple hours. And then you can start placing it like this, and then if you want to add arrangement with it, it's ready to go. The cool thing about this is if you do a vase with flowers, this is an inexpensive way to bring a hostess gift with you as well. You know, a couple years ago, or maybe even last year, we did the pots, and we potted it. This year, we're going to do, of course, our vases.
And if you go, you guys know I love thrifting. If you go to a thrift store, they have so many of these, and they are not expensive at all. And so you can get a big one or a small one, whatever you would like.
Yeah, and estate sales especially, because they want to get rid of
So
those.
great.
They're usually in the garage section or the kitchen, and I buy lots of inexpensive vases because I know I'm going to give away as hostess gift.
Yeah, it's easy to do.
So once you're done with that, you're going to go ahead and just place it, and boom, you are done, and you are ready for July 4th.
It's easy peasy, and this is something the kids can do too. Like they can make their, maybe not a candle, you know, but they can help make something as well.
Anything.
Yeah, anything
I mean,
at all.
You basically can cover anything.
They can make something for their bedrooms even. You know,
That's
just
exactly
kind of a
right.
craft.
That's exactly right.
You could do it there.
Yep.
All right. Well, this is amazing. So anyway, after you do all of that, you're just going to be the hostess with the mostest, and it's going to look amazing, and you're going to be all kinds of in the spirit. So thank you so much. Tell people how they can find you. What else?
You can go onto my website, which is chrisholsen.com or botanicagardens.com or plantopianlr.com. I'm here and there.
He's got flowers, he's got plants, he's got gifts. You can find anything you want there, and a little imagination too.
And we're not done with you yet, because after the break, we're going to show you how you spruce up your pots to make them look great for July 4th. Welcome back. Now we're going to show you how you take reindeer moss and make your 4th of July containers look so festive to celebrate this special July 4th.
Like this?
Yes.
It also sounds like you brought your crew to do some yard work while we'll just knock it all out.
That's live TV
I
for
think
you.
this is our neighbor, actually. But yeah, 4th of July, it's coming up in just a few days. I know people are going to be celebrating all weekend long. And you may want to, have a little burst of red, white, and blue if you're having some festivities. From tabletop arrangements to hostess gifts, Chris H. Olsen is here to show us how to create this unique and festive creation for the 4th of July. We may have to yell, but what do you have?
Well, there's several different things I'm going to show you, different ideas that you can make your table arrangements and such very festive for the holidays. First thing is American flag. They make great tablecloths.
Yeah.
So, and you can do a couple on a table. You don't have to cover the whole table. Inexpensive. You can get them at anywhere, Walmart, Lowe's, wherever.
Right.
And then it's also about the place settings. I like using paper because it's convenient of cleaning up. But at Botanica, we sell this really cute line of paper products, and they're ruffled edges. Isn't that beautiful?
They're so cute. And then you have these are really cute too. I've never seen anything like these, the silverware.
The hardest thing about this, it's hard to throw this away because they look so good.
I know.
But they're very classy. And then you add little red bugs and ants, and it just makes a fun tabletop.
That is adorable. And then of course with your plants, and then you have this too.
Well, I gotta show you this. Okay, so this is great. You can go, I got this at Walmart.
Okay.
So we got the pot here, it's a white pot. You just lay this on top like that, and then you can put anything that's red. This is a red geranium in the center.
How cute.
And you gotta, it's that easy. You can moss it if you want, and it's just fun.
That's so amazing how you come up with these cute little things. And it's
just
so simple,
small
but
things.
it's so adorable.
And then I got these, you know, you can find these like a Hobby Lobby, very inexpensive.
Right, and all of that stuff is on sale right now already.
Yes, it is. And then, of course, your geraniums, you put them in there.
Cute.
And then you add a couple American flags in there. And then what I also like to do is I also like to hide the pot. So I have an air plant or tillandsia, and the reason why I'm using that in there, because it looks like fireworks.
And oh yeah, it does.
It's subliminal.
So you used these are real, right? No, these aren't
These
even
are
real.
fake.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is something you could grow.
I could actually keep these alive, and they look real.
They look real. And then, you know, there's little buckets, or you can get terracotta and spray paint the red,
Right.
and then just get some type of, this is a sun impatient.
Aw.
Then I'm going to show you what I got.
Uh-oh. What did you do?
I got
wow.
reindeer
Okay. That came out of
moss.
nowhere.
And I just spray painted it red. And then you use that inside to hide the pot when it's planted in there.
That's cute.
This is a fun project because, you know, with the fumes of the spray paint, you actually get a little buzz while you're doing it.
What kind of spray paint do you use?
Any spray paint works.
Anything works.
And
No.
then this is a little ceramic American flag. And this is a great to do a couple of these on a table, and then
Oh my
people can take
gosh.
them home with them.
You make it look so easy.
It's
That
all
is
about
really
pre-planning.
cute.
It's what it's all
That's
about.
the problem. I don't pre-plan. I just show up. I love this so much. So many great ideas, and I like the fact that you said, yeah, you can get some of this at Botanica Gardens or Plantopia, but you can get a lot of this almost anywhere. You know.
A true designer shops everywhere.
Yeah. Where can you get it? Because you know, there's going to be some great items. You might even be able to find this at like a Dollar Tree or something.
And a Dollar Tree, yes.
Yeah.
And so it's very inexpensive.
And you can make it look very expensive. That's what I like to do. I like to look bougie, but on a budget.
And that's
you
the
know?
whole point why you watch The Vine, because we show you how to do that.
Because we try to be bougie, but we are not bougie. That's the thing. All right, so this looks so great. Thank you so much.
You're
of course, you
welcome.
can always find Chris H. Olsen at Botanica Gardens or Plantopia, and it's still time to get out there and work on those yards,
got a
and get
little
those gardens
time. We
looking
got some
right.
time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Coming up after the break, we're going to show you how you can have that perfect hostess gift. You don't have to worry about it or stress out. Don't bring a bottle of wine. Bring something that's unique, easy, and affordable to create. And we're going to show you how. Welcome back. Well, now it's time to show you how you can create that perfect hostess gift for this July 4th.
Maybe you get a little bit hot while you're out. You want to go indoors, and maybe you could do some crafting.
Well, this is fun because this is great. You're going to have kids, right?
Yeah, by the way, Chris H. Olsen.
Hello, everyone.
You already know who this is. You
So
know who it is.
If you want to cool off from melting in the heat,
Yeah.
this is a project for you. And this is all about like a hostess gift too.
Right.
So a lot of us are going to parties, and we're going to want to bring something. And a lot of
And
times
this is a finished product.
This is a finished product, and a lot of times you just want to add a little personal touch to it. So why don't we decorate the pot the way we want, and then you can place any type of plant in it. And all I did was take a white glazed pot. You can do plastic, you can do terracotta, and this is a fun project because what's great about this, it doesn't have to be just July 4th. It can be any type
Really?
of napkin
Yeah.
that you have, and I cut my napkins up in pieces. You need your Mod Podge, which is like Elmer's glue, and then you need your foam brush. And all you're going to do is, it's a little bit messy, so I like to do it on foil, is you go ahead and put your base coat like this. And now I do it in sections because that way you just don't get it all over your
Right.
hands. Now, if you want to pick out a few of our pieces, now you can do any direction you want. You
So
can
I can
mix
stick
it up.
this on here?
Yeah, I like it up and down.
Okay.
You
Just
put it like
press it on
that.
there.
And you always want to make sure, and you did a great job, you want to go a little bit over the edge.
Okay.
Okay, and then you take the same product, the Mod Podge, and you go over it. Now you're looking at this, and you just go like this, and it will stick.
It'll stick down there.
You're like, well, it's white. This will dry clear.
Okay.
Okay, so let's add another
So then
piece.
we just keep going.
Yep.
Let me
You just
get-
keep
let's see.
going.
So I can add this
You can
one.
go a different direction.
Any direction?
Yep. See how easy that is?
I love it. You can
So
bring it out
much
a little bit.
fun. And like we said, you can do any type of napkin. You can do birthday. If, someone likes SpongeBob or whatever kids like
Right.
nowadays, that's my
Whatever
nephews.
theme of get together you have or
Yep, and you
as
go
a gift.
round and round and round, and then I let it dry on foil because if you do paper, it will stick to it.
Right.
Foil, it comes up, and within a couple hours, I give it 24 hours. This is what you have.
That's
Look how cute
so
that is.
cute.
So it's just beautiful, and then then you can take whatever plant you want. I went and got a white mum. I dropped it in, and if you want, maybe get some red Spanish moss to put around it. Add some flags. So the mum makes a perfect little hostess gift. If you're going to maybe someone who's a little bit more masculine, well, guys love bonsai. So do women, but guys love bonsai. So this is a little bonsai that I put in a blue pot, mossed it, and 2 red flags. And you love this.
Oh, I love anything tropical looking, and I love the color red. So.
Well, it goes with summer because we got the heat. This is anthurium, and we're talking about how BJ Sams calls it the little boy flower, but it's an anthurium, easy to take care of. And if you really like someone and want to make an impression, then you can bring something like this. This is a limelight hydrangea, and I just placed it in a blue pot, added some flags. And if you look at this, what does this look like for July 4th?
Fireworks.
Yes,
love
it kind of does that. And this is also great for a decor at the front door or such.
So gorgeous. Or around your pool. I'm looking at these and thinking, if you're going to have people over, you're going to be cooking out, you're going to be swimming, whatever, you know, just set some of these around on your patio. And
exactly
perfect.
Right.
It's easy.
But just imagine going to a party with this.
Just grab some
They're going to invite you back.
That's
all
right.
I'm saying.
That's right. So that's the kind of, this is what I like to take instead of like cooking something. And I'm like, how about I bring a plant? That way I don't have to cook. I love it. You can find all of this at Planttopia. Of course, some of these items, you know, come from the craft store.
That's right.
But these plants and these pots, all of these gorgeous items, Planttopia or Botanica Gardens.
Yep, we got it
North
for you.
Little Rock, Chris H. Olsen, thank you so much.
Happy July 4th.
Happy July 4th.
That was so much fun, and I want to wish all of you a very, very safe and happy July 4th.